If your team looks like fragments of a bunch of different restaurants when they walk in the door, you may have a culture problem that makes management exponentially more difficult. Mixed jackets, chili pepper aprons, random ball caps, forward or back. I've been having a reoccurring conversation with chefs and sous chefs lately who wonder why recipes drift, standards slip, and accountability is non-existent. Now, I may be a bit old school, but I do believe that uniform standards are the root for consistency and accountability. And in this video, I'm going to share how disciplined uniform standards shape internal morale, guest perception, and your ability to hold the line on kitchen standards. In case we haven't met before, my name is Gerald Ford. I'm a certified master chef and I help executive chefs running multi-million-dollar programs build high-performance kitchens where accountability and structure rule the day. And if you'd like to learn more, schedule a call with me now, and then we can discuss how I help chefs exactly like you implement structure and systems like this. So now let's get into it. I am a firm believer that your uniform is the look of your culture. If you look at every sports team, before they even play, they match. Think about the best kitchens in the world, the French Laundry, 11 Madison Park, Noma. I'm pretty sure you're not imagining chili pepper aprons and mismatched caps. What the best chefs in the world have realized is that consistency is a mindset, and the uniform is the first visible signal that we're all on the same page. When I was on the Culinary Olympic team, our evaluation began well before we started to serve food. Judges evaluated how we moved, how we cooked, how we showed up as a unit, matching pens, socks, hats, and all. The uniform has to be a standard. Now, the first point that I want to make here is that if you find yourself struggling to get consistency out of your team, I believe that you can't preach consistency on the plate, but be casual with inconsistency in the team and in the way they show up. If each cook is able to make decisions on what they wear, whatever, whenever, sometimes an apron, sometimes not, sometimes a hat, sometimes not, what you're telling the team is that standards are negotiable. Accountability gets personalized and your individuality is more important than that of the team. I can't think of any chef that would actually say that out loud that that's what they want. However, that's what happens. The uniform standard start as the simplest of guiding principles. See, here exceptions destroy fairness. When we make exceptions on appearance, we train the team that exceptions everywhere else are just fine. Next point I'd like to make is that it's important to define uniform standards that fit your context. What do I mean? What do I mean by context? I mean your operation. This is not about copying my rules or standards. And I would note that I apply standards differently depending on context because the standards have to make sense in the operation. Ultimately, it's about choosing clear rules that fit our business and our guest expectations. But it needs to be clear, in writing, pre-decided. Now, do you have standards for hair? As I remember it, the Four Seasons used to mandate natural hair colors only. That's something that's on brand with what they expect. Consider food safety standards. They require that hair be up and secured off of the neck. That's a standard. That's a dress standard when it comes to hair. Maybe you don't care about color, standardize it. Piercings and visible tattoos are another area, but you can decide what's allowed, what's not. Maybe you care, maybe you don't. Maybe your guests care, maybe you don't. But again, it should be outlined. Hats. I think one style is necessary. Is it a ball cap? Is it a skull cap? Is it a tall boy? Forward or backward, or is it anything goes? Again, these subtle little variances lead to much greater variances further down the line. I like black shoes, checkered pants, plain undershirts with black or white socks. That's me. What's the standard? What's your standard? And can you define that? Once it's defined, then that line needs to be held by the entire leadership team for everybody. Maybe uncomfortable, sous chefs may have an issue with it, but you know what? That's too bad. Management is paid to engage the team. Uniform standards, like all clarified expectations, make preferred behavior obvious. Start here, hold the line. In every kitchen I've walked into, there's a direct link. Casual approach to uniforms, shoes, pants, hats, and undershirt equals a casual approach to recipes, labeling, cleanliness, and guest standards. If you tolerate variance in this area on what everybody sees, it becomes impossible to demand precision in what most people don't. So, culture in a kitchen, well, actually anywhere, requires levels of uniformity. The stronger the culture, the stronger the standards, and the stronger the uniform application will need to become. When we dress the same, we're more likely to work the same. And the next domino is that we can act the same on purpose because that's the team standard. Now, I'm not focused here on killing individuality. My focus is to protect performance. And performance relates directly to consistent application of standards. I think Vince Lombardi said it best, that individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and a civilization work. The team has to matter more than the individuals on it. Now, here's a proven path to implementation. So first, decide and write down your uniform standard. Guidelines for hair, piercings, jackets, aprons, hats, pants, shoes, undershirts. Ask one clear question. Does it match the culture and guest perception that I'm trying to build? 3, implement it as a clear standard and express it verbally, constantly. 4, apply those uniform standards evenly for 90 days. Let the first 7 days be a nice, easy ramp up, and then no exceptions, no favorites, repercussions. If consistent application of standards and accountability are an issue, stop and look to see if you're treating uniforms like an afterthought. Uniforms are the first and simplest place to practice and implement discipline standards. And if this video resonated, lean into that and take a good long look at the outlets that give you trouble. Write a clear uniform standard, or review the one that may exist but isn't enforced, and run it hard for the next 90 days. Watch what happens to how the team shows up, how they work, and how the culture shifts. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yeah, but this is a major key to holding the line on everything else. Now, if you're an executive chef or a culinary director and you want help tightening up your kitchen operations, book your free 30-minute kitchen structure call. We'll walk through exactly where you're leaking: time, food cost, and staffing capacity. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more.